Alright, YouTube, today I want to talk a little bit about gambling in Las Vegas. Now, a couple of the casinos have been closed down. Downtown, they're mainly trying to, I guess, get away from gambling. Because, listen to the mayor talk, he was saying something in the nature of how many casinos is in other states. So they're, I guess they're kind of like, I don't want to use the word afraid, but you know, they kind of like hearing footsteps, you know. So I guess they want to try to, but I use the word diversify. You know, we want to diversify, you know, and so, but mainly I think the main problem with downtown, I think as they saw it, was too many blacks. So they had to do something to try to alleviate that, because they was thinking that the blacks would actually scare the tourists away. So they did everything they could. I mean, they you know, I don't want to get into too much detail of what they actually probably did, but anyway, in the end, they end up moving a lot of the blocks out of the downtown area. So if you don't have the money, the $300,000 to move in downtown, you're not coming in here. So well, anyway, back to the gambling aspect. So they decided to try to like turn it into like a yuppie ville, but I think what really set it in motion was like probably about 20 years ago, when the real estate, 20 or 30 years ago, when the real estate value of Las Vegas started going up. So they decided to try to like buy up, I guess buy up a lot of the property. And once the real estate people bought up a lot of the property, they realized and say, hey, well, why are we just sitting on this property here? Let's do something with it. So they decided, I guess, to try to like put a billing on it. But what would be like, you know, something that's gonna like make them some money, you know, right off the bat. So I guess they come up with this idea of the high rises. This is one of the high rises here. I can't pan it out anymore, but that's one of the high rises here. This is on Ogden, and I think they had in motion a couple more. I think they was gonna use that sites over there for a couple. But anyway, they had a bunch of high rises that was online to be built. But what happened was in 2008, the real estate market crashed, and that was the end of that. The splendid idea of having a bunch of high rises in Las Vegas. So they come up with a new idea. I'm gonna pan back over here. They come up with a new idea of to try to gentrification, meaning moving all the blacks out, moving all the poor people out, and just make it into like a yuppieville, where they're thinking that eventually the real estate value of this the other property is going to go up. So they big time speculators. So back to the gambling again. So I think that the investors in the gambling business, I don't think a lot of them really know what they're doing. They just in it for like a fast buck, and you know, they want to make a fast buck. And sometimes I think the gambling business just don't work. It's kind of like seasonal, I guess. So they thinking, well, we make money off the rooms and this and that, but that's kind of seasonal too. So they are, I guess they're at a quandrum of really what to do. And so they decided, well, we just get rid of the whole gambling thing, the hotels, all that, and we just bring in all our yuppie friends. So we just make it a yuppieville, and we just, you know, just party, just be a place for us to just come and party and have a good time.